If a warning light just came on in your BMW, do not pick up the phone and call the dealership yet. What you're about to hear could save you over $1,000, and in some cases, a lot more than that. This isn't some sketchy workaround. This isn't going to hurt your car or void anything. These are simple, real explanations for why these lights come on, and in most cases, a fix you can do yourself for free. Service departments make good money scaring owners into replacing parts that aren't actually broken. Today, you're going to learn exactly what's really going on behind 10 of the most common, most frightening warning lights on a BMW, and how to handle each one without opening your wallet. Let's get into it. Number 1, the steering wheel and stability warning. This one shows up as a yellow steering wheel with an exclamation point next to your stability control light and sometimes a brake warning too. It looks terrifying, and dealerships know it. They'll often quote over $1,000, sometimes up to $1,300, to replace and reprogram the entire steering column module. Here's the truth. Most of the time, this isn't a broken part. It's just a sensor that lost its center point, usually after a battery swap, or dust and film building up on a tiny optical disc inside the column. Either one is enough to confuse the computer into thinking the wheel is spinning at impossible rates. The fix costs nothing. Start the engine on level ground, turn the wheel all the way left, then all the way right, then bring it back to center and drive straight for a bit. That alone clears it most of the time. If the light keeps coming back, the column housing can be opened up so you can get to the clock spring assembly underneath. Cleaning that optical disc with a little clear plastic polish wipes away the hazy film and lets the sensor read properly again. No different than cleaning a scratched up compact disc. This exact issue is common on E93 series, E65 series, E70X5, and E82 1 series models. Owners on forums like E90 Post and One Addicts have been trading this same fix for years, and there's ongoing debate about whether wheel alignment drift is what keeps causing the sensor to lose its 0 point in the first place. Either way, a $0 fix beats a $1,000 bill every time. Before we get to the next one, if you want a more in-depth look into how your BMW or Mercedes can last 100,000, 200,000, or even 300,000 miles, these ebooks reveal the exact maintenance secrets and brand-specific strategies that every BMW or Mercedes owner should know. If you want to check them out, the link is down in the description below. Number 2, the passenger airbag warning. This one lights up as a red airbag symbol with a passenger seated in it, and the dealer will tell you the whole seat needs to come apart, sometimes quoting close to $3,000 for cushion removal and a full occupancy mat replacement. The real cause is a lot simpler. There's a thin pressure sensing mat built into the seat cushion with delicate circuit traces running through it, and those traces crack after enough concentrated weight or pressure hits one spot. It's a wear item, not a disaster, and it shows up on E90, F30, E60, and E82 models across a wide range of engines. A simple plug-in bypass emulator, usually between $15 and $50, plugs right into the yellow harness connector under the passenger seat and sends a steady signal telling the airbag module the seat is occupied. That clears the warning and the seatbelt chime for good. Just know what you're trading. That bypass means the passenger airbag will deploy in a crash no matter who's sitting there, or even if nobody is. It's the right fix for restoring the safety system, but it's worth understanding before you install one. Here's something most owners never think about. A large share of these torn sensor mats happen from people kneeling directly on the passenger seat to clean the windshield or dig through the glove box, not from actual wear and tear over the years. Number 3, the battery discharge warning. A yellow battery icon pops up saying something like increased battery discharge or low battery voltage, and most shops will jump straight to blaming your alternator or the wiring, sometimes quoting $1,500 to $1,800. 9 times out of 10, the alternator's fine. The real issue is a small sensor clipped right onto the negative battery terminal, called the intelligent battery sensor. Moisture gets into it over time, or the microprocessor inside just wears out from heat cycling, and it starts sending bad voltage readings to the car's main computer, which then blocks the engine from starting as a safety measure. Disconnecting the small blue LIN bus connector on that sensor isolates it completely from the computer. The car falls back to default charging behavior immediately, and it'll start right up. This is a known issue on E60, E90, F10, and F30 models. One thing worth knowing, sunroof drain tubes on these cars run down behind the rear quarter panel, and when they clog, water dumps straight into the battery compartment and floods that sensor. That's the hidden reason so many of these fail early. Running the car long-term with that sensor unplugged is fine in a pinch, though some owners note it may shave a bit off battery life down the road, since the charging system is no longer fine-tuning itself. Number 4, the engine overheating warning. This one's the scariest, a red temperature symbol with a warning that your engine is running hot. Dealers commonly point to the electric water pump and quote, $1,200 to $1,600 for a full pump and thermostat replacement. But most of the time, it's just trapped air in the cooling system after a coolant top-off or hose work, not a dead pump. Air pockets stop coolant from circulating properly around the block, which causes localized boiling and trips the sensor, even though the pump itself is working just fine. BMW actually built a fix right into the car. With the ignition on and the engine off, crank the heat to full blast on low fan speed, then push the gas pedal all the way to the floor past the kickdown point and hold it there for 10 to 12 seconds. That triggers an automatic 12-minute variable speed purge cycle that clears the air out completely. This applies across every engine with a primary electric water pump, including the N52, N54, N55, N20, and N26. One thing to watch, if your battery voltage drops below about 11.7 volts during that 12-minute cycle, the computer will quietly cancel the whole process, so make sure your battery is in decent shape before you try it. It's also worth knowing that the pump keeps running for several minutes after you shut the car off, since its whole job is protecting the turbo bearings from heat soak, not just circulating coolant while the engine runs. Number 5, the diesel particulate filter warning. If you drive a BMW diesel, you might see a warning about the particulate filter, and dealers often quote $3,000 to $4,500 for a full filter matrix replacement. The truth is, this system just needs sustained heat to clean itself, and short trips around town never let the exhaust get hot enough. Passive burn-off needs the exhaust to hit around 600 degrees Celsius, and stop-and-go driving simply never gets there, which is the real reason soot builds up, rather than any actual failure of the filter. Get on the highway and hold a steady speed above 60 miles an hour for 30 to 45 minutes with more than a quarter tank of fuel, and the system will run its passive or active regeneration cycle and burn the soot off on its own. If soft codes have already locked out automatic regeneration, an inexpensive phone app like Bimmerlink can force the cycle manually, and that alone has been shown to drop soot levels from over 25 grams down to around 5 grams in a single drive. This applies to diesel platforms like the 335D, 535D, X3D, and X5D, running M57, N47, and N57 engines. Here's a detail almost nobody checks. If the coolant thermostat fails in the open position and the engine never gets above about 75 degrees Celsius, the computer will block DPF regeneration completely no matter what you do. A $30 thermostat has fixed plenty of what looked like a $4,000 filter problem. Number 6, the check engine light. This is the one that sends the most people straight to the shop in a panic, and diagnostic fees alone, including smoke tests, can run $200 to $500 before any real repair even starts. More often than not, this is triggered by a loose gas cap or a worn rubber seal on the fuel filler neck, nothing more. Codes P0442 and P0455 point to EVAP system vapor leaks, with P0442 signaling a small leak and P0455 indicating a large leak. and an unsealed gas cap is the single most common cause across just about every gasoline BMW, from the E46 and E90 all the way up to the F30 and G20. Clean the sealing surface, replace the rubber O-ring if it's dried out for around $15 or $20, and make sure the cap clicks 3 full times when you tighten it. Drive it through a few cold starts, and the computer will clear the light on its own once it confirms the seal is holding. One thing to check that most people never think about: the plastic tether cord attached to the gas cap can twist during fill-ups and get pinched under the cap threads, which stops it from sealing flush even when it clicks like normal. There's also some debate among owners about aftermarket gas caps triggering repeat codes, with most agreeing a genuine factory cap solves it for good. Number 7. Random exterior light and window failures. If your headlights, taillights, or windows suddenly stop working together, some owners get quoted $800 to $1,200 for a footwell module replacement along with recoating. Here's what's actually happening. BMW builds in a safety counter inside the footwell module that shuts down a specific output channel after it detects 50 short-circuit events, usually from a blown bulb or water getting into a light housing over time. This is intentional, built to stop a wiring harness from overheating or catching fire, and the module itself is almost always completely fine. A basic diagnostic tool running software like EVAP Tool 32 or Bimmer Utility can reset that short-circuit counter for the specific pin back to 0, and full power returns to the circuit instantly, no new part needed. This shows up most on E90, E87, and E70 models running the FRM2 or FRM3 control units. It's worth knowing that BMW actually extended warranty coverage on FRM3 modules out to 10 years or 120,000 miles in certain regions, because firmware instability was so widespread. And there's also debate in owner communities about the module's flash memory getting corrupted during routine battery disconnects. Plenty of owners paid full price out of pocket without ever knowing that counter reset existed. Number 8. The brake pad wear warning. A red or yellow icon with dashed lines shows up, and shops will often push a full 4-wheel brake job, costing $800 to $1,200, even when your pads still have plenty of life left. BMW only puts wear sensors on 2 wheels total across the entire car: the front left inner pad and the rear right inner pad, not all 4 corners. That means half your brake pads have no electronic monitoring at all, and this warning is about a broken or corroded sensor wire far more often than it's about pads actually being worn out. Pop the wheel off and take a look at the pad thickness yourself before you spend a dime. If they're fine, a new $18 clip-in sensor wire, or simply soldering the existing leads back together, clears the electrical circuit completely. Once the wire's fixed, reset the brake service interval right from the instrument cluster stalk, and the warning goes away for good. There's some debate among enthusiasts about whether bypassing these sensors entirely is fine long-term, with plenty arguing that a visual check during a routine tire rotation makes the sensors almost redundant anyway. Number 9. The tire pressure warning. This one loves to show up out of nowhere, especially when the seasons change, and dealers will sometimes push new sensor sets costing $400 to $600 for all 4 wheels. In reality, tire pressure just naturally drops as the temperature drops outside. For roughly every 10-degree drop in temperature, you lose about 1 pound of pressure, and a sudden cold front rolling through can trigger false flat tire warnings across thousands of BMWs overnight without a single tire actually losing air. Fill your tires to the pressure listed on the door jamb sticker, go into the iDrive Vehicle status menu, and select Perform Reset. Drive above 20 miles an hour for 3 to 5 minutes, and the system recalibrates itself completely for free. This covers both the older indirect systems, which watch wheel rotation speed and are labeled FTM, and the newer direct systems using actual pressure sensors, broadcasting on 433 MHz, labeled RDC. It shows up across E-Series, F-Series, and G-Series platforms alike, so the fix is the same no matter which generation you're driving. Number 10, the service overdue reminder. That yellow wrench or vehicle check message keeps popping up, and some dealerships charge $150 to $300 just to clear it during a basic appointment. These reminders run on a fixed time and mileage algorithm built into the software, and they'll keep counting down no matter what actual condition your car is in. Dealerships sometimes imply that resetting it yourself somehow affects your records or warranty, but that's simply not true. With the ignition on and the engine off, close the doors first and let any messages clear off the cluster. Hold the odometer reset button for about 10 seconds until the service menu appears. Cycle through to the item you already had done. Hold the button again to bring up the reset prompt. Then hold it once more to confirm. It resets right from the driver's seat, no appointment required, and plenty of owners choose to keep their own paper maintenance records alongside this just to protect resale value down the line. On older E-Series cars, there's even a hidden trick where holding that same odometer button while switching the ignition on unlocks a full cluster test, sweeping every gauge and lighting up every warning bulb at once just to prove the system still works. So there you have it. 10 warning lights that scare BMW owners into spending money they don't need to spend. Most of these problems are software quirks, sensor drift, or environmental wear, not real mechanical failures, and BMW built the fixes right into the car, whether the dealership tells you or not. Bookmark this video, keep it handy, and the next time one of these lights pops up, try to fix yourself before you pick up the phone. A little patience and a few minutes in your driveway can save you thousands of dollars over the life of your car. If this helped you out, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this. I'll see you in the next one.